Howdy, folks, and welcome to another day in the Milky Way. Tonight, we got a great show for you. We're going to be talking about water magic. We're going to be talking from this book right here, Franz Bardon, and the initiation into Hermetics. And tonight, we are going to be talking about water, the magic of water. Well, you know what? Water is everywhere, and we cannot help but drink it, feel it, be with it, wash with it. It's in everything we do. And as you've been reading the news, it's pretty important because when it isn't there, it's it hinders your life. It can make you sick. It can make you well. It can do a lot of things for you. Your body's made up of water. Did you know that we're like 70% water? The rest is just minerals and other things, when you break it all down, you could grind us up, dry us out. We'd just be a small pile of pebbles, grains of sand back to the earth. So anyway, tonight we're going to learn about water. And just like always, I have presentation. And so you get to watch something besides my ugly mug. We like to have things. And we will be sharing the screen with you shortly. But anyway, I want to thank you all for being here. This is a great time of the year to sit back and relax and just enjoy the show. Maybe you'll learn something. Maybe you'll go out and practice some of this. It could be good or bad. It doesn't matter. But if not, you always have that information in the back of your head. So I thank you for being here. I thank you for taking your valuable time and spending it with me as we dive deep into my journey and yours, apparently, to learn about magic water tonight. And so here we go. Presenting, and we're going to get right into this. And listen to that. Right on the bell. The magic of water. And so I got some stuff to show you. Not only is water one of the most important elements in our daily lives, it is absolutely necessary for drinking, just like I said, and for the preparation of food, for bathing, washing our clothes, cleaning our house, producing steam, etc. Who hasn't used a steam cleaner, huh? And or heard of a steam train, right? And yet the water element is also a great factor in our magical development. This has already been mentioned in the theoretical part of this book. Of course, we went through that, the elements. And if you don't remember the elements, I am going to pull them up right now. There is the elements. The elements of, and here's water, fire, earth, air. Okay, it's one of the four most important elements. This is what you need to know. This has already been mentioned. Okay, the magnetism or the attractive power is subject to the water element. It is this attribute which is especially I want to employ in our development. In books that deal with healing magnetism, old emanation, etc., you will read that water can be magnetized or loaded with ode. But very little is known concerning how this attribute can be expanded upon or how it can be otherwise applied. Not only water, but all liquids have the specific attribute of attraction. And as a consequence of this contraction, they have the ability to retain influences, whether good or bad. And I got to show you some good pictures, right? The water element, and especially physical or material water, can be regarded as an accumulator. The colder the water is, the greater its capacity to accumulate. Water reaches its greatest repenticity at 39 degrees or 4 degrees Celsius, its fullest specific weight. This fact is not too significant because the difference in regards to its repenticity is of water or other liquids up to 43 degrees are so minute that so barely perceivable that only a well-versed magician will be able to notice them. When water becomes warmer as a result of increasing heat, it is perceptibility diminishes rapidly. Water becomes neutral or to magnetism between 97 degrees and 99 degrees Fahrenheit. Pay attention to the following. We are dealing here only with the specific attributes in respect to attractive power, and with a practical significance is respect to magnetism, which comes forth out of the knowledge of reciprocal effect of the elements, which has to be accepted as a foregone conclusion. And there's, if you were a water witch, there you go. Okay. Magnetism of the water, huh? The impregnation of the substance, which with a wish, now listen to me, with a wish, can be accomplished with any object and at any temperature, no matter what the object, including physical water, as the actual impregnation takes place through the Akasha principle. It could be a piece of bread, a bowl of hot soup, a cup of coffee or tea that is magically charged. Remember, we're charging food. This type of charging or loading does not depend upon the cumulative ability of the water element, but is accomplished through a causal principle, the fifth power of the elements, and becomes effective through the electromagnetism fluid of the respective elements. In order to avoid errors, you have to pay attention to these differences. For example, a bowl of hot soup cannot be magnetized because the cumulative ability of the water element is liberated or on the increase through the expansive force of heat. So basically, if you got hot water, you can't do it. However, the soup can be impregnated with a wish. So you can impregnate the water with your wish, but you can't magnetize. How's that? Even in an event. Let's see. Now let us begin with the practice of magic of the water. From now on, whenever you wash your hands, concentrate intensively on the fact that you no longer simply remove the dirt from your body by washing it, but you also remove the filth from your soul. Think that you cleanse yourself of sickness, restlessness, discontent, or failure, and that you transfer them into the water. Whenever possible, wash yourself with or under running water so that the dirty water can be disposed of immediately. And concentrate on the idea that your weaknesses are washed away with the water running down the drain. In the event that there is no running water available and you have only a wash bowl or sink at your disposal, make certain that after you have transferred all your weaknesses into the water, you immediately throw it away so that no human being may become may come into contact with that water. I suppose that's to, because you could wash your dirt off, wash your weaknesses off, and then give it to somebody else. That would not be good, now would it? Okay. You can also immerse your hands for a while in cold water, then concentrate intensively on the idea that the astral magnetic power attracts all weaknesses from your body and soul. Be completely convinced that all failures pass over into the water. You will be surprised within a relatively short time by the success of this exercise. Make certain that you dispose of the water, yes, immediately, and the exercise has an extraordinarily strong effect if you practice it in a river or in the summertime. Yeah, we got a river picture here too. Okay, exercise has been an extraordinarily strong effect if you practice it in a river in the summertime, where you can immerse the entire body with the exception of the head. This exercise can also be practiced the other way around. First, by magnetizing or impregnating your intended water with a wish. You must be firmly convinced that the power passes over into your body and the wish becomes a relative reality when you wash yourself with the water. Should a person have enough time, both exercises can be done one after the other. First, transfer all the negative characteristics into the water, either by letting the water run over your hands under a tap or a separate water basin. You can use soap when you wash off your negative characteristics. Secondly, you can wash yourself with the water that is impregnated with the wish. Female initiates, besides the two above mentioned possibilities, have a third possibility, namely, they can concentrate their magnetism upon the water to make the face and complexion fresher, younger, more elastic, and attractive. It is therefore advisable not only to wash your face, but to immerse your entire face in the impregnated water for a few seconds. Repeat the procedure at least 7 times. A pinch of borax can be added to the water for this purpose. The magician has yet another possibility, and that is to prepare a magnetic eye bath. In the following manner, first boil enough water to fill a sink to the extent that you can immerse your face in it without the sink overflowing, and then let the water sit overnight in a container. Next morning, pour the water into the sink, then magnetize the water for your particular purpose or impregnate it with your concentrated wish. Immerse your face in the water and open your eyes. Then roll your eyes clockwise and counterclockwise. Repeat the procedure 7 times. Should your eyes burn initially, it is only temporary. They will become accustomed to this exercise. Should you suffer from weak eyesight, it would be advantageous to add a weak infusion of eyebright an herb called eyebright, to the water. The botanical name is Alopecia officinalis. Whatever. These eye baths make the eyes more resilient, especially in regards to changes in the weather. They remove weaknesses of the eyes, strengthen the eyesight, make the eyes clearer and bright. Students that have advanced to this level of clairvoyance may further their clairvoyant capabilities through this exercise. So look at that. Wash your eyes out with the water. The water, the water. Well, ain't that pretty? Got the water. First step concludes the physical development of the schooling of the human body. We're going to jump down through here. Magical schooling, introspective. It just gives you, says practice of mind, organizing a magical diary, discipline, avoidance of particular thoughts that have arisen, thought control. Remember, use your thought control, magic stuff. Magical schooling of the physical body, adapt the normal and sensible lifestyle as a matter of habit, morning exercises, conscious breathing, conscious eating, and the magic of water. We should all allow anywhere from the 14 days to the month for each of the exercises. This time allotment is for those individuals who have already practiced meditation and concentration. So don't skip your meditation and concentration and go right to washing in the water. Those students who have experienced a hermetics or who are experienced in hermetics will probably require more time and therefore have to extend this exercise period in accordance with their needs. Success depends upon the individuality of the student. It serves no purpose to practice to proceed to the next step without first having mastered or properly completed the present step. So that's the thing. You can't, in magic, you can't skip grades. If you don't get it the first time in magic, you just can't keep advancing. You need to keep doing till you succeed in the first step, second step, third step, and keep motivating on. Okay, let's see, how far are we? Should we call it good there? We have lots of pictures too. We have water pictures. Water everywhere. You know, that's the thing. Fresh water is very important subject. If you know it or not, you know, water is part of our lives. Was used to travel on. It's used to fish in. Brings us food. Water is very important. We hope not to pollute it. You don't want polluted water out there. It waters our gardens, brings us life to our plants. You know, it's a life-sustaining thing. You can only go 3 days without water. Every drop of water counts. Drop by drop makes a river. And that river flows to a lake or an ocean or sea or whatever you want to call it. But the natural flowing of the water like this cleans the water. It refreshes it. It's a life-giving thing to the earth and to us. Brings life to animals in the forest. And as you can see here, a drop of water looks like earth. It is ours to choose to do with what we want with. It could make us or break us. Rolls out to the ocean, and we enjoy it for fun. You know, surfing, boating, fishing, you know, whatever you'd like to do in the oceans. Scuba dive. It's another world. Most of our world is covered in water. We're just lucky we live on land. You can pump it right out of the ground. It's under the ground at any given time. You wash your hands in it. It's just there. It's pretty. Makes waves. Shows a frequency. And as you can see, here is our fire, air, darkness, earth, water. They're all interconnected. They're all air, and see, air and darkness are straight across from it. So air is life, light, and darkness is fire, between fire and earth. Water, air, there you go. So air and water are kind of connected. Of course, water is made up of H2O, oxygen and hydrogen. So that's part of it too. And all powerful, water everywhere. And here we go with this one. We have levitation, involvement. Where's water? Water is right here, energy. Here's the energy. This is us. We have fire, water, air, earth, ice, healing, and change. And we have in the middle of it, we got above that, we got air, enhanced movement, and levitation. So on this side, it's balancing out. The opposite side is fire, flame, lightning, and drive, heat, combustion. And in holding us all up is earth, sand, and metal. So there we go. Yep. The elements. Be your own magician. Magician of water. Or you can be the witch of water. Use water and conduct your own magic. Oh, yeah. Anyway, water is part of the earth. And there you go. And we're going to stop sharing. There I go. Here I am. Well, I hope you enjoyed that little bit on water. Water is a powerful thing. We use water all the time. Water is everywhere. Think about how much water is important to you. And think about what you can do with water. Impregnate it with a wish. Use it to wash all your sicknesses away. Like I said, and it says in here, you can't do it with hot water, hot water, but you can impregnate it with a wish, but you can't do it with magnetism. Now, water's magnetized because when you fill a glass up and you keep pouring it in, you can see that water makes this concave thing on the top, like it's sticking together. Isn't it amazing how you can subtract one drop of water, but then when you add it to a bunch of water, it just becomes part of it? Well, I don't know how it's done, but it does it. So we just have to go with it. It's not rocket science. Anyway, thank you all for coming tonight. It's been a really wonderful having you here. I appreciate each and every one of you. And I hope that we will be here again soon and we'll do this all over again. It should be great. Thank you much. And we will see you. But in the meantime, go out and do something nice for somebody. Remember, share a smile, wave at them, do something nice for somebody. And this is the time of year when people are short on things, so maybe give them a helping hand. Shovel some snow or for them if you can, or maybe somebody will shovel for you. Anyway, remember, go out and be the frequency you want to receive, everyone. I love you all. Peace, everybody.